So today I'm here with a review of Slam Dunk figure, and this is the character, I want to say Takenori. So you see, this is the back of the box and this is the front. I've been wanting one of these figures for the longest time, and I finally was able to get one. He did come from China. So now that we've looked at the package, I'm going to get him out of his box. Alright guys, so we're back. So Takenori came with this piece of paper, which basically shows you how to remove his limbs and how to attach him to the stand, remove his feet, and also his face. You can see that the instructions are are in Chinese or Japanese. It does not have English instructions, but if you have eyes, you can pretty much see how everything goes. This character is a basketball player, so he doesn't come with the traditional clear stand like this one. A lot of Figma characters come with these stands that just say Figma at the bottom, but because he is a basketball player, he does come with this, which looks like the floorboards and a basketball court. So he does come with that. And this piece attaches to the back like this. So that's that. He comes with this one adjustable stand, and he also comes with this other adjustable stand. Along with those, he comes with this one grabbing clip, and he also comes with this grabbing clip as well. So he comes with two different sizes and two different styles when it comes to the clamp. So whatever style you guys prefer, I like that they did give us options. Now, some of his other accessories before we move on to the figure is he came with this basketball, and as far as I can see, the basketball does not have any writing or anything on it, but it does have a lot of texture, as you can see, and it also comes with a peg, so you can peg the basketball into his hand so it can look like he's dribbling. And speaking of hands, he comes with lots of hands. So he comes with these hands, which is like he's either pointing or he's saying that he's number one, one or the other. And then the next set of hands, so one hand is like, I guess this is, oh, when he's throwing the ball to the hoop. So you can kind of see that hand when his hand is curved and he's like tossing the ball to the hoop. And this one is kind of like a flat, relaxed hand. Now the next pair of hands, these are the hands with the peg holes in them for the basketball. So you can see these two open palm hands have the peg holes in them for the basketball. And we can actually see if that'll fit. So this is the basketball, and as you can see, it pegs right in, and I was able to do that with one hand. It pegs right into the basketball. And then we have these two hands, which could also be a hand that's supposed to demonstrate a throwing action. So he has a lot of hands that are supposed to be throwing actions. He comes with three faces. One face he already has on. I'm going to show these one at a time so we can get a good look. This face, if it'll focus, is like a yelling face. Like he's like, get it in a hole! Get it in a hole! Like he's definitely yelling about that. I think it's very good sculpt. His nose looks good. The hair looks good. You know, everything looks really good. Even the teeth in the mouth. Everything looks really good. It didn't really focus too well, but everything does look good with this head sculpt. The eyes look good. The nose, the mouth. Yep, and it's actually in depth, so it's not just like a mouth painted on the front. You can actually go into the mouth and look, even in the inside, on the sides of the mouth. Oh, let me put this back. In the inside, on the sides of the mouth, you can actually see that they took some time and actually painted the inside of his mouth as well. So that's really, really cool. So that's his yelling face. And then we have his angry face, like, we're gonna win this game. So you can see that. I'm trying to see. I think there's actually color in his eyes. Wow. I think I see a little gray or green. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's really, really cool. So you can see that. And, you know, everything looks good. They painted his teeth. Everything looks really, really good. So now we're going to move on to the figure himself. Now, the reason I was interested in getting the Shibuya Takenori figure is because in the anime community, and I know my anime brethren can support me, there's not too many AA characters, and AA, of course, means African American. So when I saw him, mind you, I've never seen the show. I simply seen the action figure, and then I looked up him to see, you know, who was he on the show and everything like that. He is a main character from the series Slam Dunk. I definitely wanted to support him, you know, because I don't have any, you know, Figma style characters that are AA. So I wanted to get him. He's actually the only one in my collection. So I definitely had to support him. So let's start with the shoes. Looking at his shoes, you can see they're white and black. And they have lots of details around them. So you see they have the laces. They have those little air pockets in the front, as if, you know, to help him bounce around on the court. And there's lots of different details. His socks are right there. And I don't think the socks are removable. I think they are attached to his leg. His shorts are cloth. And his shirt is cloth. Let's see if he's abbed out. Let's see if he's iced out. Okay, yes. He's definitely abbed out. Yeah, a lot of my Figmas do not have this body. So he's definitely abbed out. So you can see his clothing. They're just a scrunchy material. So if you wanted to pull them up or down, you could do that. But it's just a cloth material. And you can see his face, which looks very good. This is the standard face that he comes with. So now let's go over articulation. So his head can move this far up, which is really, really good. And of course it can look this far down, which isn't too far, but he can look side to side. His arms can go up this far. They can go down this far. You can see that he has a twist right there. He has double jointed elbow, and he also has the ball joint wrist. And underneath, he does have the ab crunch right there, so he can bend this far forward and this far back, but don't go too far because you'll see the gap in it. He does have the waist swivel like this. He can move around at the waist. He can kick his legs that far out, this far forward, this far back. I guess his basketball butt is in the way. Let me see. He doesn't have any thigh swivels, but he does have a double joint at the knee. And he does have foot articulation. So, you know what? Let's see something. I want to see if his socks are removable. I want to see. Okay. So the socks, if you guys are interested, the socks are not removable. But I guess they did that if you had an extra pair of shoes that you wanted to put on him. So you can put on a different pair of shoes if you have those available. I actually don't. I don't have a lot of Figma figure clothes. But now that we've looked over his accessories and we looked over the figure, now we're going to do some height comparisons. I'm going to compare him to other Figma action figures. I'm also going to compare it to Marvel Legends and some DC Universe figures as well. So let's get it going. I'll be right back with those height comparisons. So I'm back. So on his own, Takenori is about 6.5 inches tall. So let's see. Right now we have Takenori next to this Figma action figure. So you can see he's way taller than him. I don't have any other athletes, but I do have some the Figma figures from the series Free, which these guys are athletes because they're swimmers. So you can see him next to this guy and next to this guy. They're from the Free series. And just so that it's not all guys we're comparing him to, I'm also going to compare him to some female Figma action figures. So right here we have Sonake. So you can see that she's a lot smaller than the rest of him. And right now we have this other female character, I forgot her name, and she's also really tiny. So these are some of the other, you know, animation to action figure lineup. But let's also include Woody from Toy Story. So Woody's a lot taller than a lot of the other figures as well. As you can see, he's a lot taller than a lot of them. So we've seen the more Asian themed line. Let's move on to some of the toys you may have in your collection, like DC Collectibles and Marvel Legends. Alright, so now we have Takenori next to Wolverine. Now we have Takenori next to Thor. Now Takenori and Thor actually are the same height. So you can see how tall he is. So now I'm going to add in Spider-Man. And this is the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. So you can see Spider-Man is also a little bit shorter than Takenori. So now we're going to bring in some DC characters. Alright, so this is Takenori next to the Mayfex Superman. I think that's Mayfex, I'm not sure. But you can see they're close to the same height, if not the same height. And this is a Batman figure. I'm not sure which line. But you can see he's definitely in scale with the larger action figures. You can see he's up there 6.5, almost 7 inches tall. My overall thoughts on my Takenori figure is I'm very happy that I have him in my collection because now I have an AA male. He is a lot taller than a lot of my other, you know, Figma characters, but it shows how accurate he is because in the series he's a lot taller as well. So I probably will see if I can add him to my Free collection, even though he's a lot bigger than the other Free characters. I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, but you know, maybe he will fit in with the whole athlete action line look of it. We'll see, but I am happy that they put out a figure who is not traditional Caucasian, you know. He is an AA figure, and I'm happy that I was able to get him. I thought he would be a lot bigger, but I was able to get him and add him to my collection. But I definitely want to know your thoughts. Do you think you would get this figure, or do you think you would pass on him? Let me know by leaving me a comment below, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.